Do or die, sink or swim, fight or flight. And it will be a flight home for Cloud9, a rather awkward one at that if they can't pick up a map in this grand final. A best of 5 between that and world dominators here in Counter-Strike, none other than SK, hailing from Brazil. I'm joined by the ever-handsome Sponge and YNK, and we have got a very brief interlude here where we can try and explain how Inferno could go down. They've played it twice, these two teams, North versus South, Cloud9 versus SK, and both times we've seen the SK boys prevail. Starting with you, Chad, I mean, they're close games, 16-12, 16-14. Cloud9 can push them close, can't cross that finish line. Yeah,
it's closer than I thought it would be, but I think going into Inferno, the big task right now is for Cloud9 to actually bring in some of that patented aggression, right? I've said that I think SK are the best team in the world at getting info on the CT side, and Inferno is one of the best maps to play transitional defense. They're going to make you waste utility, they're going to make you waste the clock. You need to have some balls and you need to get stuck in.
Well,
I agree that they have to be super aggressive, they have to be assertive, they have to be explosive, and they have to take the game to SK in a way that they have to deal with the fact that they are going to be aggressive in Banana, CT, they're going to leave Fallen alone, rotate the 4 players back to A. You can't really sit around in a default, because also what Fer did to FaZe on Inferno when they played at ECS was he would sometimes just even push through their own smoke and catch people off guard. So there are so many aggressive moves that SK goes for, and the best way to fight that is you take the game to them, basically, you group up, you go for an execute, that way you eliminate all the unknowns.
All the unknowns, and one of which is, will Cloud9 take a map? We haven't got much time, but I want to know, gentlemen, for us at the desk, for the crowd in the Lanxess, do we get that fourth? Have Cloud9 got what it takes?
I'm sorry to everyone at home, I'm sticking with the grim prediction of the 3-0.
The Grim Reaper?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just waiting to see which SK player has 30 or more kills on this map.
Fer this time. I'm going to go with Fer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fer.
They are outstanding. And just to clarify, the last question to you, Yanko. SK have come to Europe. They've lifted 2 trophies. This would be the 3rd, the major, the 4th. Are they in a form now?
Already at the major. I mean, I think they're, back in form. They said when they got to Europe initially that they feel like they're at 85% of their capabilities, and it does seem that it's rising with every tournament. They're getting more practice in, more LAN play together as well, and they're looking unstoppable at the moment.
Their power level getting ever closer to 9,000. SK are heating up here in Europe, a holiday which they're going to struggle to get all these trophies in the suitcase on the way home if they keep going at this rate. Cloud9 have an opportunity to save them some trouble at customs. We'll find out then as we jump on into our next map. It will be Inferno, Cloud9 battling back against the ropes, and the Brazilians looking to throw the knockout blow.
The knockout blow indeed. It would be devastating to Cloud9 to go down 0-3. Again, they've been on form. The scorelines haven't told all of the stories. It has been a battle in various situations. We've seen some very unorthodox round wins. Pistols galore in situations when there was really no chance, but now it's Inferno, and it's Cloud9 starting out on the CT side. A fast start to the pistol as well. Taco flashed off, already wants Banana. They're already going to contest. The odds get more and more one-sided, and perhaps there's a reason for it as SK takes another advantage. The Betway odds now 1-7 as Taco works his way to the site.
Here we go, the B side open, a mammoth task now for Cloud9 to get back into this round. They do have the kit to work with, but I don't think they can do much with this situation right now. Smoked out from CT spawn, and 2 players coming from Banana. Fallen waiting for them on the other side as well. Spots them coming through, but there's the first frag from Skadoodle. A chance now as the 3-on-3 begins.
On planted and held. Shroud gets closer. He's the one with the kit. He's right beside it. He's on the opposite side of water of where the bomb is planted. Good shot out from Cole, peeking from Emo. They're going to stack up, trip over each other almost on the way through, but Skadoodle still finds the kill in return. Push toward New Box. They need to hit it immediately. They can't. Taco still waits. The double stack bait from Emo, and it works perfectly. And SK take a 1-0 lead.
A brawl at the start of the round there towards Banana, very common in the start. And you see Cloud9, they did get a couple of frags, comes down to the 3-on-3, but good smoke utilization there from SK Gaming. 1 towards Banana, 1 towards CT spawn as well, made the process very difficult there. Sure, they hit the first kill on Fallen, but at that point, bomb was ticking away. They had a kit, but just couldn't find the frags required. Round number 2, once again, force buying here in the second round.
First opening pistol that SK has won. Cloud9, they won it on Inferno, were ecoed, and then obviously Shroud saved them on Train.
Here we go.
That's a start, speaking of ecos, to the force buy-in from Cloud9 as he takes down Cold at bottom of middle.
Something to work with here. The scout can be very dangerous on Inferno for that reason. Looking towards underpass. Finds the initial shot, but Stewie has to run the corner now through the fire. Doesn't take too much damage for it, down to 77 HP. Another control given to SK Gaming here. Still have the smokes to work with, an AK for Taco as well. CT's obviously unable to recover the weapon in underpass. Fer alone in the apartment's position right now with his trademarked Mac 10. Very good with that weapon. He falls back to join his teammates and will be executing towards B. Smoked in towards CT spawn and the Coffin's position as well. Taco leading the charge, trying to find the opening frag here. He spots Skadoodle in the back right.
Spots him indeed. Stewie gets one and drops off the boost. Taco wants to spray back into it and hope he's still there, but he's certainly wiser than that, as they've got a hefty advantage. They're going to add to it. Automatic finds Fallen. Taneg only from Fur. Automatic gets Taco, and that's the round. Cloud9. It's their turn to take control after losing a pistol for a change.
Absolutely, great stuff there. That boost, always a bit of a nuisance in the city spawn with Skadoodle. Sure, he doesn't find a multitude of frags, but he's in the back right, that emo position, taking the aggro away, and Stewie boosted up, managing to get things done with the PT-50 there, pushing through, of course, automatic with the Desert Eagle after finding the first scout shot as well. He certainly contributed to that round victory. Force buy from SK Gaming though in return. We've seen this before. It can go on for many, many rounds. I think with the deepest we've got is like number 9 before a full gun round comes in. Tech-9s, CZs, PT-50s, couple of smokes to work with as well. Fast towards middle. Skadoodle to challenge first with UMP, but smoked out of position. Could go down here, needs to be very careful. Finds the first kill.
Fallen will get pushed back. Try and rotate around. Gets to Library. Nothing gets to the arch. Good crossfire set. Shroud follows up and takes down Phelps. Cold, the only one with a kill so far. The last alive, bombs down. As it failed to wrap around, but watch out because Cold is still doing damage. If he found automatic, he could have gotten 3 guns down, forced some reinvestment. Cloud9 survived to carry over an AK and an M4.
Nice round there from Cloud9 overall. No bomb planted means a full eco for SK Gaming going to round number 4 here. Not much more will be purchased than PT-50s. Only one of those come out, in fact. So 4 Glocks, 1 flashbang. Cold Zero with a slightly upgraded pistol, I guess. A chance for these SMGs, the remaining SMGs with Cloud9. The MP9 and the MP7 to do some work here. Shroud does face towards second middle. Doesn't get much for it. Spots a few players there, that's about it. But Cloud9, I was about to say, if you are just joining us, the current scoreline's 2-0 to SK Gaming, his best of 5. Lose this map and that's it. SK are your ESL One Cologne champion. Fighting back. A decent start here after losing the pistols.
Oh, automatic. That movement speed so decreased by the fact that he was being tagged. Go back down to the bottom of middle as well. Bomb all the way back toward T-spawn. Is going to wrap around to alt middle so it doesn't have to bypass Stewie. He's looking down Banana. They're passive, or they're slow from SK. If they can get a bomb plant, it'd be miraculous at this point even. Especially if they go over toward the A site, which is where 3 of the 4 players for Cloud9 have put themselves in based on Stewie being inside of Banana, having the control of it. Nothing therefore can watch off toward the archway. Certainly anticipating the arrival of SK soon.
Oh no, it's happening. SK Gaming with just Glocks and PT-50s are making these kills happen again and again. Another Glock headshot. Shroud goes down with nothing. Now it's a 3-on-2. They've recovered some weaponry as well. MP7 and MP9, but nothing fighting back. Should be able to recover this.
Needs to hold on with the M4. They've yet to pick up a rifle inside of the site. It's still Fur that has the MP9. Getting closer to the crossfire, but head shows. Nothing's done very well. There's 3 kills for him in the round before he goes down to Cold, who's got it into a 1-on-1, but Stewie's not playing that game. Cloud9 get number 3.
Way too close.
Bomb plant does happen as well. We said that would be miraculous in itself. The round comes extremely close. The bomb plant is going to put them in a position of power and the fact that they can buy anything they'd like.
Just about get away with it. That comes down to the 1v1 with Cold Zera. And after his previous performances, you think he probably wins that, but that's 1 PT-50, 4 Glocks. No utility. Bring it down to the 1v1, the bomb planted as well. I didn't think they'd even get 1 frag in that round, but SK Gaming sending out a clear message to Cloud9. They've got to stay on their toes here. Orbs coming out for the first time, falling on the T side. Don't usually see it come out this early, but wants to challenge Skadoodle. Looking towards top of middle for now. Hoping to find the first engagement. Bit of a gap in that smoke from the CT side. But it does allow Skadoodle to get a bit closer and try and find the first pick. Something fired off. He suspects a player could be towards logs. Not yet. Boosted up on the wall. If he can get established in his position as well, his teammate Stewie can fall back and leave him in this position. Certainly viable, means they strengthen the defense on the A side of the map.
Ash won't deter Skadoodle's position whatsoever. Fur can't enter. Timed it well. The flash landed just as the smoke dissolves, which means Fur is about as quick as he could be in getting the position at Atrium. So Diggity, Apartments. It's gonna be a fast push to try and overwhelm pit position. Automatic therefore on the balcony. Shroud's gonna go underneath and allow them to have the lane. Therefore wants to play the crossfire off of nothing rather than off of Shroud, or excuse me, off of automatic. So positioning's key, but it's a wraparound of the arch instead. Nothing goes out. Good time flash. Nearly sprays two, but Fallen actually gets the shot in return. I think even did team damage onto Fur in doing so. They'll pick up the bomb and continue their way to the site. Shroud now has to anchor the position. Can't, but does bait automatic back in, who's worked down the hallway. They'll set a crossfire as well onto Taco, who gets much, much closer. He's down to 13 HP, but good find by Fallen. He went back the other direction to hold off top middle and caught the rotation from B quite quickly. Bomb planted. It's held by Taco and Fallen, who's got to get closer because the AWP won't work if it can't be inside of the site. All they have to do is hit Taco, hold the defuse, hold it, and Fallen knows it. He's going to have to give it up and bail away.
Great work there. Skadoodle very confident, I have to say. They got the information with the remaining team players are both at quad, and with the poor plant there as well, so much pressure applied from automatic especially. I think he only gets 1 kill total, but he's just denying the default plan and making sure they're uncomfortable throughout. Fallen, great shots there with the AWP. Amazing work on train, and seems to be continuing that form as we get into round number 6 here, but Cloud9 with a decent start now. Managing to negate the force buys just about. Even the full eco came down to the 1v1s, but establishing themselves financially to be round number 6. Still, SK saving the AWP, can just about buy into this. 4 AKs, lacking utility, but we'll see what they can bring to the table here. Fallen towards top and middle, smoked out for now, fires off 1 shot. Takes a little bit of damage for it, but repositions towards the boiler room.
Aside. Cloud9 needs to be unrelenting. Run on fumes by the end of this. Put everything they have on the line.
Well, map control picked up here by SK once again. Middle's open, that's absolutely fine. A lot of teams using this setup right now. 2 players in pit. One patrolling towards Arch. We saw the flashbangs being used by the CTs to get information on that side. It was fantastic. And nothing. He got 1 frag. Was hoping to get 2 or 3, but shut down with the full on AWP. Made it a very intense round. Good smoke at this point as well. The 45-second mark deploying it there. Buys them a bit more time and they can focus towards quad and apartments here.
Again, Cloud9 give up quite a bit at top middle. Similar setup. This time Shroud's not playing off of nothing because he's not backed off of Arch. He stayed within it. So he himself will anchor the wraparound. They'll try and push on quad instead. Shroud's positioning's key. He's gone back underneath, which concedes the site. They can actually wrap through. Taco as well is going to push out from apartments. They didn't have that last time. They didn't have that string to their bow, so automatic down means Shroud has to respond. Nothing saves him, and he steps up in the pit. Cloud9 find 5, and there's no access to the A site.
It seems like it's being shut down. Shroud finding some form now here on Inferno. He's looking very strong indeed in that pit position. Great teamwork, and that's what has set up so effective. You can negate attention from each other. The player on the bomb site, he shows it first, gets 1 kill, goes into hiding and buys his teammates some time, and Shroud capitalizes that point as well, staying alive for so long, spraying 3 down in the end as well. And they're up 6, I beg your pardon, 5-1. SK will take a tactical timeout here.
If there's any position on a map you could name after Shroud, it's the pit on Inferno, and he shows why twice in a row.
Yeah. Very good plays.
In this play as well, he'd already lost automatic. Nothing's not in position. It's literally him versus 4 at this point. Thankfully, nothing nails the shot inside of the site, and he reacts beautifully to hit the player jumping above him.
Oh. 5 rounds in a row for Cloud9 after losing the pistol as well. Looking very efficient on the CT side. Maybe this grand final has a few more twists and turns yet. Not a force buy here from SK, but a partial buy, meaning you can get head armor, upgraded pistols. Fallen's gone for the AK-47. Trying to open up the map. They'll still have enough to buy into the next round, the maximum loss bonus, which is $3,400 per player. Round here for Cloud9. Double AWP setup. Commonly used these days, most famously by G2, NES and Shocks in. Skadoodle fires the first shot off, but can't get anything done, but nothing certainly can. He's in the apartments this time, takes down Fur. Great way to kick things off. Nothing's really warmed up in the last couple of maps.
Getting aggressive as well, Taco walks into it. Has to time the shots, Fallen has the Last remaining AK-47. Goes back to their boiler to try and reclaim the territory by which his teammates were lost in. No real need for nothing to peek it again, so I imagine they'll get much closer to the site before the next exchange.
Well, considering the situation, the partial buy 5-on-3, you assume this round is done, but Fallen has been playing very well indeed. AK-47 in his hands, they fall back toward the B site. We already have Phelps ready and waiting for his teammate to join him. And Molotov is all that remains in terms of the utility. I guess they use it at first, oranges, or maybe towards CT spawn. And in they go.
Automatic finding Phelps. They had to try something at B, eventually see what the setup is over on the side of the map. It's a strong one. Is Tip's gonna find Fallen? Can't react to the fact that Cole's gone through the smoke. Good headshot onto Stewie as well, but he still finds it. Cloud9 have something to cheer about for sure. 6-1 lead now.
It's looking good. No blunders made as of yet. That's the first shot from nothing to bring it into a 5-on-3. Great work by him. He's been playing the arch side and now the apartments as well. As we get to round number 8, SK already had to arrive since winning the pistol. Double orb set up. Stewie, of course, might look towards second middle here. Just use the opportunity to boost a teammate up. Grenades coming in, doing a lot of damage towards Skadoodle there, down to just 23 points of health. So he'll fall back. So they want to boost up here.
Second oranges means that they'll likely play very passive in both positions, both of the members in the site. Allow them in a little bit deeper. Apparently Skadoodle still wants to use the EWP to find the opener. Bomb heading back banana as well. Skadoodle's absolutely still a factor even with the damage done.
Oh yes.
First player potential to jump across. Speaking of jumping, Automatics decided Orange's one's better. He wants to be more aggressive. They don't jump. Skadoodle hits the first one, flashes through. Automatics able to dodge the flash, and he's done a heck of a lot of damage. Down goes 2 more. Skadoodle's low. Oh, they can't even find him with this spray. As he gets cold zero, that's his second, despite being so low early on from the nade strike. Bomb plant's all Fur can hope for. Versus 4, flash in, fully blind. Rotations coming in from Banana as well as the CT spawn. Nowhere to hide now, Fur. Already spotted. Shot comes in from Banana, realizes it. They walk in through CT. Nothing gets the kill. 7 rounds, Cloud9 in a row at that.
Yeah, it's looking fantastic, I have to say. Really good adjustment there. We saw the triple grenades towards the corner at the start, towards that banana area. It takes Skadoodle down to low HP. He knows he can't be aggressive anymore, has to change up the setup. He goes towards Coffins, his teammate Automatic as well. There, fighting with him. He's boosted up on first oranges. I like that adjustment, as you pointed out. The fact is, if Skadoodle hits the first shot, he can fall back and take all the aggro away. They're going to be so focused trying to shut down the AWPer. It lines up for Automatic. Gets 2 big frags, stays alive as well. Fur gets the bomb down, so he keeps the dream alive in terms of the buys keep coming in. They can buy 5 AKs with the $3,400 with 800 on top of the bomb plant, but still not looking too great on the T side. But Cloud9, they're looking phenomenal.
Oh, he actually hit him through the wall, Skadoodle.
Did.
Stewie is therefore easily able to take him down. This is going to give them control of Banana. Now what's the call on it? Because they might anticipate that Stewie has pushed. You would have seen him going by after he got the kill. They can't exactly abandon him. Skadoodle thinks of it, but Automatic still holding on to the archway with the advantage. In fact, so they need to overcommit. They don't know that he's there. I would have thought they would have at least considered the angle as Stewie pops out to catch Fallen off.
Nice change of pace here, but Coldzera looking to fight back, goes through the smoke, gives up the bomb. That looked like it was almost for free. He had to make something happen, but now that should be round over. 4-on-2 with Taco and Fur. Desperately trying to recover this situation. That's a decent start, though. Taco brings it into at least a realistic situation now.
Look at Stewie. Not only does he read that Taco is going to push in behind the smoke and changes his angle, he's pushed all the way down to wrap around. Skadoodle's got bottom of Banana covered off, so the bomb's dropped and they're about to get pinched without even knowing it. We'll have no idea that they're this close. Stewie finds one, doesn't go for any more. And as Taco looks back that direction, he'll have no clue. Skadoodle is in the stairwell. Really good setup from Cloud9.
This is lovely. Dynamic Counter-Strike at its best right now. They've been very slow, very passive so far on the CT side. Having those setups on the A-bomb side, not giving up mid-control completely. This time they change it up. Shooting down, the wall bang comes in for Skadoodle, then Stewie pushing down, finding frags. And like he said, coming through C-Sport as well, managing to pincer them in just as it looked like they might get back into the round. Shutting it down across the board. Now we're starting to see Cloud9 there. It's worthy of this grand final, managing to run away with this first half. they can pick up this map. SK Gaming might be in for a rough series here. It looked like the 3-0 was actually very promising, but not so much an Inferno so far. I think at this point as well, the bomb has not gone down, so they will have to take an eco, have another partial buy, presumably. It can be dangerous in these rounds, but what's the final buy? Scouts, Tech9, CZs. There's an Eagle for Taco as well. They have one smoke and a Molotov to work with. Let's go look at the scoreboard while we're here as well. 2 for 8 for Phelps, and at the top is Cold Zero. No one really running away in terms of performance on the T side. Automatic, there were 11 kills. Stewie not far behind, along with nothing.
Scouts for Fallen as Taco's already inside of the apartments. He's watching Boiler to make sure it's clear before Taco walks into anything unexpected. Bomb is intentionally dropped down toward T-spawn. Phelps will gather that now as they get closer to the A site, but another good setup. Interestingly, this time Shroud's actually the one to watch the arch, as Automatic and Nothing will play off toward the pit. Automatic's gonna get flashed as well. Just really careful, Taco wasn't quite in the hallway, goes back, does damage. Fur's able to find Automatic, walking back out, retreating off that position, so they give up a little bit by not having any vision on quad as well from Nothing. He now sits underneath in the pit by himself. Territory, that'll work! That'll work indeed. The flash is through, no ammo, but they know where Fallen is and they strike. They're not sitting back, Cloud9. They're taking fights.
Absolutely are. That was great work. It was a departure buy from SK, but every round counts at this point. Cloud9 are battling back here in this best of 5. Money's fantastic for them. We have 10K for Stewie, and same story for Skadoodle as well. So money for days, a few rounds in the bag in that respect. Number 11 here. Since winning the pistol, SK Gaming have lost 9 rounds in a row here. They still can pull it back to a 9-6, so just remember that. Certainly isn't a job done yet from Cloud9, but it's looking very promising, I have to say. Great change up of pace, different setups being deployed as well. Moving that AWP around. Going to number 11 here. The AWP this time, of course, towards Banana. Joined by Stewie this time with the AK-47. That's his bread and butter. Wants to try and get aggressive and trying opening jewels coming his way.
Start from Fur to find Automatic. Pushes down and gets caught off. Nothing will burrow his way back in the site. They have to play more passively, and again, SK is going to try and take A. Had no success in the half. Shroud spots and realizes, but they know now that he's there as well. Zop's going to try and push him out. He sprays into the smoke. He's got to be careful. Down to 16 bullets remaining. 16 bullets isn't enough for at least Cold Zero, but no time for the reload. He's going to get Nothing closer. Good pop back out for Shroud. 2 bullets, but it won't be enough. 2 kills, sure, but it gives up the sight for Fur to get a plant down for SK, and they've got AKs to work with. Good fight back through, though, as Stewie pushes the smoke as only Stewie does. Phelps has had enough. And now it's Skadoodle, AWP. Inside of it with a Tech9. Already pre-scoped in. Found. Good crossfire held for SK.
Game so far, Shroud almost was the savior for Cloud9 once again. In the pit position once more. Manages to take down Cold Zero, and like you said, 2 bullets. He knew it as well. He tried to take a calculated risk and get 2 shots into the head there to find the first frag. Couldn't quite find that, but still not out of the woods just yet. Sure, SK post around, but this is heavy reset potential here. Another close round. Cloud9 money for days, and Banana is where we go once again. Molotov's doing a lot of damage here at the start.
Tripped over each other and took a lot of damage. Flash timing. I thought the shot might come through. It might fall and just fire into it, but Phelps does well. And they win it out. He's cleared B, so they're going to go fast. Smoke already down on CT. Bombs back toward T-spawn, however, and the push up from Nothing. The fact that they have Banana on the site has no consequence if Nothing can find the kill, and he's positioned so well. This is it. Bomb down. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. The rotation has to come back around from Fur to find Shroud. He's done that at the very least, but they have to retreat from the position inside of the site and reclaim the territory later, so it doesn't even matter they got it.
It's up to Nothing now. That bomb goes down, that's a lifeline, but the smoke, that does not help the situation whatsoever. Hoping that a terrorist rotates to its crosshair here. This should be recovered at this point for SK. We can see a player coming all the way through second middle potentially here as well. That's going to be Fur. Plenty of time to work with. Wants to see if he can get that kill first before they try and make their next move. They've picked up the bomb as well. Now it's up to Skadoodle. We do have a smoke with CT spawn, so SK is still looking pretty healthy in this situation. Bomb not making his final commitment just yet. They're waiting to see if Ver can get this kill. Looks like he certainly can, just about. Down to 17 points of health. It was a great play by Nothing, but eventually SK just too calm and managed to flush him out. And we go into the 3 versus 1. It looks like Skadoodle just backs out of this round, wants to save the AWP.
The interesting thing is, yeah, even though they had the 9 rounds in a row, they lose 1, and following on the second, they're going to be very low on income, so it's been closely fought as Skadoodle saves the AWP, but SK is going to find round number 3 and a little bit of momentum. They're still fighting the economy themselves, however.
Yeah.
But this certainly helps.
It was a great play from Nothing, but not quite enough, I'm afraid. Skadoodle 6 and 5 right now. Can't do anything about that. That's a correct decision to make as well. He got smoked out of Banana. He knows once that bomb goes down, it's going to be too difficult. That triangle setup will be deployed by SK Gaming. He might get 1 kill. There's no way he's going to be defusing the bomb. So save the money. He's still got 3K. He can drop an M4 for sure next round, save his AWP. And they'll still be able to buy around this. It won't be the most amazing buy, but they can get the M4s out. Famis's perhaps maybe one player on a 5-7 or a UMP. We'll see what they decide to go with. There it is. SK Gaming getting back into this now after going down 9-1. Scoreline sits at 9-3. Brawl once again. Phelps, he's having a bit of a monster of a game so far, I think, but last few rounds, I think he's got 5 kills in total and a very slow start. There's the frag charts for you right now.
Not many people positive, like no one positive on SK.
Well, we take a pause. It's round number 13 next, coming to the bookend of half number 1. All powerful Fallen once again, and after his amazing performance on Trey, he currently sits at 4 kills, 11 deaths, and that's sometimes the problem with T-side AWPing on Inferno. It's very difficult to have significant impact, as CTs aren't giving you picks to work with there. Mid-round, it sort of drops off. It doesn't really have a place. That's why a lot of teams aren't really buying it that much on the T-side. It still comes out every now and then, but Fallen can't seem to find much success so far.
Here is thrown back down Banana again, this time from the CTs. Smoke deep as well. So SK will have no control of Banana. Nothing and Shroud are going to play more aggressive toward Boiler, which is something we've not yet seen from Cloud9. They've been relying on crossfires either from Pit, and the occasional arch push, but not this. We've not seen this aggression. And even though they had Banana, they went for the early rotation. They pushed Stewie back, an automatic slow to rotate. SK is not going to strike. Due to the fact that Stewie at least had a smoke left over. Set play then toward A.
Indeed. Slowly but surely they get the mid control once again. That's been a calling card for Cloud9, allowing SK to have this area. To be fair, the way Shroud is playing that pit position, you can't really argue with them. The synergy on this part of the map seems to be very good indeed. Shroud once again by the broken wall. Working with Nothing this time. Skadoodle that watches towards Arch. The rifle's focusing on the side itself.
Flash in for Nothing. Just gets around the box, goes back out, and it's Shroud to step up once more. Skadoodle this time hits the shot above, but he's certainly aware of it. As he finds 2 kills himself, Nothing gets another, and you are not touching that pit. You are not touching the A site when Shroud is inside of it.
Absolutely right. 2 more kills for him. It's up to Phelps now. Surely has no say in this situation whatsoever. 10 rounds picked up a Cloud9 now. Double digits achieved. And once again, that passive hold. SK just don't seem to have an answer for it. Just as they get the right flashbangs in, it seems that they had to run away with the round and take down Nothing. He just about survives long enough, playing off his teammate Shroud, who strikes at the perfect time there. Skadoodle comes over to join them. He watches the apartments. You can see why they keep running this setup. SK just can't seem to shut it down. I'd like to see a proper wall of smoke execution there. Surely that's the way to cut off the pit and stop that teamwork being so prevalent. Haven't really deployed any of that just yet. This slow, methodical takes a middle and then contact play towards Arch, towards Quad, sorry, managing to try and find those first frags, but it has not been working out for them. Is this a full investment? It must be. Yeah, they're all in. Number 14, AK-47 Tech 9s. Always dangerous in these rounds, especially with this utility. It's Phelps with the AK-47 for now. Could be a 12-3 half, the way this is playing out.
So he smokes himself into the corner, wants them to commit. Hoping they will as Nothing heads back that direction. They will. They're going to find find him on the way, though. Give him a gun. The AK can't win the duel against nothing, but it's followed up by a Tech-9, so 2 guns still in play. Moves towards CT, Automatic's the first to arrive, and Fur is holding Skadoodle at bay. Shroud is still just leaving the A site. So a good lurk play from Fur. He'll have the information that they've gone. He can hear them, but he won't be able to do anything of it. Bomb's just being planted.
I think that's a safe call, man.
I think so, because Automatic's starting to lead back over toward the A site. Fur, now the question is, does he find anyone or not? They don't have much money on their side, so I imagine he won't even bother.
SK once again finding success in this B side of the map once they're in and sunk their teeth into the bomb side. Seems like Cloud9 have no option but to save their weaponry. Money's running low at this point. They think they can't win this situation, and considering SK have picked up rifles as well, bomb down is probably the correct call. Skadoodle saves his AWP, and AK-47 for Shroud as well. 10-4 coming in, looking for 10-5. That would actually be a reasonable half for SK Gaming, considering they were 9-1 down. To move back to a 10-5 scoreline, that would be fine.
Certainly workable. It would also, interestingly enough, be the 3rd time in 3 maps we've had a 10-5 half.
That's true. Absolutely. It was SK that recovered in the previous map. Cloud9 couldn't do the same on Cobblestone. Oh.
Cold being vocal between rounds for SK.
You gotta be. Gotta fire your teammates up. Get them ready for the most important round of the half. Can they make 10-5? 11-4 would be a fantastic showing for Cloud9. Players running back to upgrade their pistols. The final round. Get the Deagles out the 5-7s, but Fur, he denies the first frag once again. Takes the headshot on Skadoodle as well. That's the orb dropped. That makes that passive setup not viable anymore. They need to be watching Arch and the quad side as well. They split up and pull a player over from the B bomb side, leaving just Stewie 2K with the M4 on the B site.
One down early for Skadoodle. Crowd's picking up, and then when you stop talking, I leave time for them to jump
Just
in.
to jump in and give their feedback.
They're figuring us out, Henry.
They've worked it out. Well, let's see if SK Gaming can work out this little situation they've got in their hands. 5-4 in their favor. The A side has eluded them, but this time Cloud9 looking significantly weaker in terms of can't have the orb towards Arch covering their backs. They have got Automatic very passively holding the Arch position, as you can see. The stopping players crossing over at least can give intel, but if that gets smoked off, he's in a world of trouble there. 5 players towards middle. This will be the final commitment. Quad side has not worked out for them. I'd prefer to see them go towards Arch. They have a smoke remaining for that aforementioned position. Smoke isn't good from the CT side in that quad position, though. Automatic surely finds nothing out of this.
Good hold from Automatic. Back off. Can't get the shot. Like you say, it was difficult. Phelps takes nothing. It's Shroud in the open this time. They finally win pit, and they take down Automatic. Bomb to be planted. Stewie versus 5. They're already hunting aggressively, so he'll get nowhere near the site. Might find Phelps who's low up. Looks the wrong way. That's covered off as well. SK do pull it back. A string of late momentum. 10-5 at the half.
Impressive showing from Cloud9.
I feel like most of the time when we lose, it's because we don't trust our instinct and our game plan. And I feel like lately, even though our game plan is not as good as we want it to be on every map, we're really trusting ourselves and just like putting it all out there on the digital battlefield, so to speak. So it's been a good feeling to have when we play. Big plays from Tim and Stu. Shroudy, like, Shroud's clutching all sorts of stuff. Tyler's hitting the op shots he needs. You know, it's funny because we like win rounds we shouldn't, lose rounds we shouldn't. We're a weird team. It's actually hilarious how that's the least nervous I've been in the whole tournament. I was actually outside the bathrooms at Overpass when I was running up there. I was laughing at myself in my head. I was thinking about how many people were watching, just laughing because I already knew he wasn't going to move from his spot. So I was laughing kind of like, if he doesn't turn around, I'm going to win this. If he doesn't turn around, I'm going to win this. And then he didn't turn around. My teammates, even when we had a team house, I always had my shirt off, walking around in my shorts. So it's just a pure inspiration from the moment. It's just natural for me to win a big game, have a big round. I just ripped my shirt off. I thought it was funny. Of course, looking for this grand final. This is like, I could see how much passion from the crowd is going in there, and that alone is fueling me. Just super excited to put on a good show for everyone.
The first map we played super well on the first side, so we had a very huge lead.
Fur is so on point, and that's got to be so frightening. He continues it.
And it was difficult to play the second map too because FaZe doesn't play too often cash, so you don't have too much to study on, and it was quite a new thing for us.
Darko's there as well. He wants in on the action. Oh, it's a massacre! SK!
I think Cloud9 is playing super well. They're on a very good moment right now. If they didn't expect us to win, I mean, they're not watching the recent tournaments. If they were watching it, they would expect us to be in the finals. Being honest, it's a dream coming true. When we left our homes in United States this time to come here and compete, we had 4 tournaments to play. And of course, the goal is to win all 4 of them. But you even joke about it and you say, guys, let's win all of them. Then we go home. But at the beginning, it was kind of a joke. But right now, we won 2 already. We're going for the 3rd. We're on another finals. We're going to play Cloud9. And that's kind of a final. It's going to be a revenge finals because we lost for them in Brazil. They took everything from us in our home soil, and we're going to break them this time.
A good look at both teams, but it's 2 maps to SK and none for Cloud9. Again, they find themselves up 10-5, but this time they absolutely have to convert it. They failed to do so on Train. They go T side of Inferno.
They do indeed. The illustrious pistol coming in now. Here we go. Second half begins. 2-0 down, Cloud9 with another lead. Smoke, one flashbang, a few decoys to work with, no upgraded pistols, and of course 4 sets of armor. No defuse kit for SK Gaming. And in terms of the setup, Phelps and Taco looking towards middle. Coldzera holding from the graveyard position as well. We have no banana control from the terrorist side, but Fallen, he's sneaking down. He's investigating, working out if there's any T players in the locked position, doesn't find anyone.
Automatic back down toward Boiler and then out the window, presumably, to join his teammates back in mid. Very forward stance from Fallen. Tantalizing crosshair setup as well for Fur and Phelps, but the problem is that it has to be successful from the off because Fur can get locked in so quickly at the cubby. Phelps has to bait, has to pull the attention, and he strikes late. Smokes are heading that direction. That crosshair better work. And Phelps smoked out of it, it may not, because he's got to rotate back to the arch. It's going to be Fur all on his own, and I have to say, for a loner, does well in this situation. Picks up 2 friends, if you want to call it that, as Fallen and Phelps strike back. It's all down to just nothing, and SK have won both pistols in this game.
Very dominant stuff there from the CT side. Battling towards that arch position, and they overlook this very important area of the map. Fur takes 2 frags. Fallen is already a banana as well. He found Stu. They wanted to do the banana split. It looked like they wanted to go through the arch itself towards CT spawn, but tunnel vision perhaps, they don't check that key position. There will be a force buy in response from Cloud9 here, but SK Gaming right back in this map now. 10-6 will be the scoreline. Deagles, Tech9's PD50s to work with, and SK have always presented this second round force buy with the CT side victory put on the pistol. No rifles to work with here. An array of UMPs and 1 MP9 as well. I'm not a huge fan of it. Inferno, it makes more sense in other maps. Obviously lots of close range encounters available for you, especially when the teams finally commit towards the B side, for example, and then finally towards apartments, etc. But we'll see if this works out for them. Traditionally, you want to have at least 2 rifles. Oh, is that misthrown?
I'm not sure.
No, it seemed fine.
It bounces back to cover quad. I think it lands actually dead on, so... No, it doesn't. Yeah, that is misthrown, yep. So it's got a massive gap. I was going to say, there's a much easier way to throw it that direction than bounce it off the narrow margin of the roof. You can just put it off the wall. So, yeah, definitely misthrown. Fallen. It's down Stewie. Phelps his flash, but don't even look at it. You got to follow that up. A flash is certainly not going to deter anyone long enough. Automatic and Shroud do find kills, however, and they make it 3 versus 3. This Deagle kill, oh, is huge, but Cold gets 2 for the price of 1. And Shroud will go down.
Well, you're right. They flash that position, but don't check it once again. 2 rounds in a row. Luckily, there's only 1 this time. Coldzera to finish off the situation, though, as we do bring the scoreline to 10-7. This has to be the full eco now for Cloud9. Glocks, maybe PT50s. Objective, try and get the bomb down. You can try and rush Banana, perhaps wait for the initial nades to stick together, try and get a trade, see if it works out. But it's not a map like Train where you can go towards the B side and have a decent chance of planting. Getting towards B is a bit of a nuisance. Skadoodle getting slashed by his teammates. Nade to follow up as well, down to 64 HP. I hate to see that. But Fur getting aggressive now with that aforementioned MP9, trying to maybe push this smoke as well. We know he's an aggressive player. Sometimes can be his downfall.
Good shot, Stewie, to capitalize on the retreating Cold as he was caught out inside a boiler with nowhere to go. Taco does get one back immediately. Ferb, the bottom of Banana, will do the same, and then the SMGs go to work to tear apart Stu in the stairs. We get within 2 rounds, but now we get to the gun round. This is where Cloud9 fell apart last time. They didn't win this gun, they lost all the momentum.
Fallen and coldzera, double AWP situation. Here's the replay, of course. It's not a big deal. It was a full eco, but still amusing, I guess. The double AWP situation, that classic combo, coldzera and Fallen. So deadly on paper. Can it arrive here on Inferno? Win this round, Cloud9, 10-9. Then have to be an eco. You assume this is going to be tied up. And at that point, that's when things get very scary, losing that 10-5 lead this early on. We'll see what happens. Fallen boosted up a Banana at the start. They will all fall back, though, leaving his teammate, of course, Ferb, by himself. Smoke to work with. And another in his back pocket as well. Skadoodle not giving any sort of challenge here, but apartments control obtained by Cloud9. Going towards Boiler here. Going to be face-checking a couple of angles and seeing if they can get the first pick with the AKs here. Nothing to potentially have the first go as he flashes out.
Push in quick. Flash was there, you were right, but it doesn't really get more than one. It's traded immediately back by Taco. Bomb's back out to where top of alt mid. Skadoodle has to go get it.
Yeah.
Down to 57 seconds, it's not the end of the world, but they give up any gain they were hoping to achieve in the opening entry. Stewie's hoping they'll get aggressive as well to retake the top of middle, but Phelps isn't going to move from the archway. Doesn't need to as well with Fur spotting down Banana. Jumping over the wall to see it as they back off. He'll re-smoke lower mid as well with 30 seconds. That smoke, a timer of 15 seconds. He can push even further down. That'll strengthen the A side, and he's looking to flank. Skadoodle's going to be watching for it, but the others already heading in through apartments. Tight entry point. Flash over from Skadoodle to aid their entry. Works to catch off the one in the site, but not the one in the pit. And Taco's the one they should have found first as he gets a double and Fallen closes the round.
Convincing stuff there by Taco especially. Recovers the AWP. Only one player going down the CT side. And we said if SK win this round, that presumably ties things up as it has to be an eco for Cloud9 now. And on the CT side, SK giving 10-10-10. He started leaning towards that 3-0 scoreline could be coming in overall for this grand final. Cloud9, Tech9's PT50s. And it seems like SK are very confident to leave Fur alone on that B-bomb side. He pushes all the way down, uses the smokes to buy as much time as he possibly can, and once again challenging. He wants to take these duels at the very start. And Fallen's with him at the start. He's like, you know what? You seem very confident. I'm just going to fall back at this point. He goes towards the A side, Fallen, leaving Banana in the capable hands of Fur.
Cold at Graveyard. Taco with smoke to get himself into the corner at the apartments. It's another A-sided hit from Cloud9 on just the pistols. Fast could work. They've got another rotation back over. Fur's anchoring Banana on his own. Fast could work, especially if they can overwhelm the AWP on Fallen. Colds is there as well. It's got a good angle. It can peek. It can try and use the flash, but he's got headshots. He manages it again. Fallen. He finds 2 before Cold goes down. Double off won't be phased. And it's 10-10 SK. They're pulling it back again, just as they did on Train.
5 rounds in a row in the second half. Do we have a pause coming in at this point? It's a big moment for either side. For SK after going 9-0 or 9-1 down to pull it back to 10-10. Quite the achievement. Orb comes out for Skadoodle. No pause is called, but you can see that crossfire setup working very nicely indeed. That's why the double orbs can be so deadly. An Orb well positioned in an area like Graveyard, ducking and weaving. Very deadly. Fallen boosted up once again. Actually leg shots Skadoodle as well. He knows it, trying to wallbang and get the follow-up. Not hitting any more shots, but Skadoodle does. He takes down Fur. Like we said, known to be a very aggressive player, this time punished for it.
Phelps is getting ever closer to spotting the shoulder of Stewie. Gets it back and gets away. Smoke still down. He's able to escape. Scott's got to be so careful. Even a nade. One tick of a Molotov, anything. He's gone, and he's locked inside of a smoke. They're going to push. Phelps is going to get him easily. They've turned the rounds completely from a man down to 2 men up.
Absolutely. Shroud was very good on the pit on the CT side. Can he replicate that form here in the 4 versus 2, trying to find this pick? Focus on it. The bomb's still down at T-spawn. They need to start finding some frags here. He edges out, taken down by Coldzera. Just didn't have the angle to work with there. And automatic, he certainly does. Gets the headshot on Taco there, but still a lot of work to do. Bomb will be overwhelmed at the T-steps. Unless he nails this shot, not going to have a chance here. Fallen repositions to a very intelligent place on the map, and T-steps is where automatic meets his maker. 11-10, after going 9-1 down, we found it. SK Gaming with the lead on the CT side, arguably the easier side, if you want to call it that, more favored side. And Tech9s and Deagles once again for Cloud9. It can't be the clean sweep once again. We saw this on Train after going up 10-5.
Pistols to try and achieve it. You're right, it's even worse in some ways. As you mentioned, it was 9-1 this time around.
Yeah.
Stewie sets to go flash high that could force Fur back. Bombs down at the top of alt mid, so it's all about trying to push the CTs out of position, find a pick if they can. We're on 3 players for Cloud9. Stewie is one of them. He inches closer, and not only that, takes down Fallen. He's got a spray against Fur. Aim's not there. Stewie's overwhelmed them. AWP that he's picked up, and again, he's got armor, so aim punch not a factor. He's got the lineup towards CT, but looks away at exactly the wrong time. Nearly costs him his life. He's down to 13. Molotov will go in to try and lock him on to Orange's one, but it won't extend to his position, so he has to watch off around Ruins. A boost instead for Phelps. That's going to be caught out. Good find from Cloud9. A little bit of luck, I have to say, on the entry from missed shots, but they've taken full advantage of it. And already they're trying to back away, and then backing away, they'll find Shroud. They do take him down, no kill, but it will confirm that they're out of the round, and Cloud9 will tie it back at 11-11.
Exciting performance there from Stewie TK. Walking into that beating site, helps himself to 2 kills with the Tech9. Definitely some missed shots going on there, but could have fallen apart at that point as well. But what I liked from Cloud9 was the discipline. They weren't rushing to get the bomb down. They're waiting for the CT reaction there. They could feel the boost coming in towards that ledge from CT spawn. Wait for that, nothing nails the shot. Bomb goes down, and they send the CTs packing here. 2 will survive for the looks of things. Coldzera with the AWP. Taco saving the AK-47. So around where Cloud9 just had Tech9s. And nothing else really to speak of. That's how they find their first round here in the second half. Brings the scoreline into 6-1. We'll have more than enough cash to buy next round. Actually boost their economy significantly with 3 players surviving with an AWP, AKs, M4s as well on essentially an eco round. That's great work by Stewie. First 2 frags, and then he knows the site's going to be open. Pick up the AWP, smoke CT spawn. And there it is, 11-11. We've made it. Tying things up once again. Reset potential not that deadly for Cloud9 at this point, considering they did win with the pistols. Skadoodle with the AWP this time, trying to open things up. A bit more assertive at the start, trying to find the first pick.
Automatic's going back to mid cold. If he peeks it right now with the AWP, could find a kill for SK. He's not around the corner all the way just yet. Don't back off, thankfully, for Automatic. Molotov gets Skadoodle and locked him into the tree. Couldn't extinguish it, couldn't get away. It was going to get Stewie with the save.
Oh, no!
Summit, buddy, how you doing? Stewie says hello. He goes down at the top of Banana. Gets a kill before perishing, but it's still not enough as they sit a man down to SK. Automatic goes back for the bomb. Nothing, and Shroud are still over toward the A side of the map.
Luckily, he still traded the frag before going down to his own Molotov. 4-on-3, though, in favor of SK Gaming. It's not the prettiest CS being played at the moment, but still a chance of the round for Cloud9. AWP in the hands of Automatic this time after Skadoodle got burnt alive. The hold for the corner, hoping Fallen will get aggressive here. He actually is doing so, and there's the frag. There's an opening, something to work with here now. Phelps on the other side waiting for them, can't land the spray, nothing takes him down. Could be 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9 here.
Smoke off on CT. And Cold already back toward the A site with Taco. It will be 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9. Economics, not great. It's SK that's down to triple digits. 49.50 for Cold, who's going to save a gun. 33 for Taco. They're going to pick up a 2nd round loss bonus. They could distribute the wealth, but it's going to be very fragile. And then if they lose on a force buy, Cloud9 would be up to 13 rounds at that point in time, potentially. So it's a very hard decision for SK in the next round.
I think the fact they've saved these 2 weapons with 5K and Coldzera as well, he could drop 2 Famouses, right? They'll definitely be buying. Same story for Taco as well, can certainly drop even an M4. So Correct decision made. Cloud9 managed to have another intelligent round there. We'll take a pause, of course, for SK just to work out, cool, how do we distribute the welfare accordingly? Coldzera could even drop 2 M4s if he wanted to. Here was the initial, I guess, Molotov party going on, running through all the flames. Look how much fire's on the floor.
4 Molotovs, I think, in total went down on Banana to start off the rounds.
They win the rounds, and he got the trade, so regardless of him going down to his own Molotov, it was worth it.
Still says hello to Summit.
He still says hello. Send him a postcard.
So no doubt a tactical timeout is the right call from SK for all the reasons we just talked about, and I can see it. It's the double op again. They're going to bring it out and leave Taco with just a Deagle to work with, so relying on the AWPs as they have. That is trippy.
Yeah, that hurt my brain.
Dizzy.
Yep.
How's Yanko doing today?
Well, here we go then. Cloud9 with 2 rounds in a row. Take the lead once more. Fallen boosted up towards Banana, taking nade damage.
Ooh.
But hitting the shot, of course, takes down Stewie. 5 on 4. SK Gaming did buy up this round. The double orb set up once again, of course.
Nade residue nearly disguised the first jumping player.
Yes, right.
In fact, it did, and then Fallen still found a kill.
We had a little boost as well. We've got Fer in a very interesting position, meaning he can actually avoid flashbangs, Molotovs as well, and his teammate can bait him in. It's a really nice place to get 1 or 2 frags, chuck it in once a half, can cause a complete nuisance. 5 on 4 once again. Fallen in an open position. If he misses his first shot, probably going down. Very exposed.
Wide open and flashed off, just gets back in the sight. Second longer. Skadoodle and Automatic would have pounced. Phelps has gone for an early rotation back to B this time. Smoke down at CT. He's going to consider perhaps even going through ruins to get closer.
Well, 50 seconds remaining. I would say Banana execute very likely at this point. They don't have map control anywhere else. Time ticking away. Skadoodle's setting up for what I think was the Molotov towards new box, but that won't hit because we said the boost is there as well. They're falling back. They've made a different call here.
They don't have a lot of time to think about this. 35 seconds. Okay, so they're setting up. So all they were trying to do is line up the smokes for entrance.
Yeah, there's the Molotov afterwards.
Phelps is going to rotate back, and he's got smoke in front of him at Coffins as well. Does he want to get inside of it or not? Because he's flashed, but Fallen. Still, it's a close one. Skadoodle follows up with a better one. Phelps out immediately after finding just a single kill on entry. It puts a 2 versus 2 in the post plant with the bomb down and Cold and Taco just rotating over through CT. It's a lot of time to set up, but they have no idea they're that far away, so nothing stays close to the ruin position. Shroud refuses to peek. If they walk in and take over water, they could isolate nothing back toward ruins, and Shroud would have to peek and control the situation rather than wait until the defuse. And nothing's hesitant because he doesn't want to go too soon, but he can hear Taco coming, which means he gets the jump on him. Now Cloud9 controls it all. Especially with Cold on an AWP, misses the shot, that should be enough. Absolutely enough. He gets desperate to fire another, and a third won't land. All desperation, and it's nothing that wins it. Now this puts a strain, we mentioned it, on SK.
Certainly does. You can see Fallen knows it as well. Big round from nothing, 4 kills in total for him. The initial shot as well, that was a 5 on 4. And we thought that boost would be perfect. You can see the Molotovs beneath Fer at that point. That's what it's designed to do. That's what a boost avoids. It means they won't be checking that position, presumably. But Skadoodle, he hits the key shot, denies him finding any frags at that point. And we have a full eco pretty much for SK Gaming here. CZs, PD50 Desert Eagles, Coldzera with head armor. First shot for Automatic, what a nice one it is as well. Takes down Phelps.
Molotov. No one peeking. Stewie's able to make his way into the cubby at Banana. WP does spot Fallen, but doesn't land. Bomb still at mid for Automatic to pick up anytime he likes. Jumps into Boiler. As Fallen goes down to Skadoodle, good opening shot to give them more room at Banana. Bomb could go back that way. I was going to say, if nothing went into Boiler and committed before that kill came in, Cold was set and ready for him, but they find Taco pushing in as well. Cold's taken out. They know Fur's the last alive and he was in B, so this will be a rotation back to a clean bomb site and a bomb plant incoming for Cloud9.
Yeah, nothing really to report in this round for SK. They pick up 1 kill, courtesy of Coldzera, but Fer now, he's in CD Spore on the wrong side of the map. Nothing coming to hunt him as well. Presumably hits the shot. There it is. Takes him down. 1 round away from map point. The first time we can say that for Cloud9. Looking much better here in Inferno. Having the 10 5 lead at half. Did start to slip away. Getting themselves right back into this. We do have money available for SK Gaming. AWP for Fallen, no double orb setup this time. 4 and 4s around him, not a single kit. Fallen, glass cannon orb. He has no armor to work with. They need to be a little more aggressive at the start of these rounds, but Fallen, he knows the nades can be dangerous. He throws them himself. Nades do go towards the top, but won't be falling back just yet. The same boost he's been using throughout.
Oh, tries to get the shot on the head, can't do it. Furbo does, as he was boosting, get a kill onto Stewie, who walked around the corner. So the booster finds a kill, and they go immediately back inside of the B site.
Another 5 and 4 for SK. Happened in the previous round as well, but that's when it all fell apart. Win this round, money will be okay. It needs to be a convincing win at that though. SK need to keep numbers alive here. Falling back towards the A side is Cloud9, mid control coming in. Skadoodle still with the AWP. Shroud heads towards the apartments as well. Nothing with the bomb. Folks are running towards that arch and just buying some time now, deploying the utility they have left. No smokes or incendiaries, and as I mentioned before, no kits available. They can't really afford to allow the bomb to go down, and it's become a clutch situation here.
Golden Taco. Phelps front library can swing quick enough to watch when they enter as well. Taco in transition, gets spotted up. Pushes off a bounce that goes out into the lane, and they won't commit past it because it catches out everyone, including his teammate, but they won't have to worry yet. So Gold sees them in, dodges out a second flash. They're in the sight, finds the shot dropping down immediately. He'll get automatic. After Taco falls, this brings Phelps completely back over, but nothing gets the kill onto him. And Cold's out of ammo. It's down to Skadoodle to save it. Bomb was already planted, but the AWP is not in an ideal position. It'll have time to get to one. Thankfully as well, because caught out on the wall, anyone at top mid would have found the position. No kits.
Yeah, it's up to Skadoodle. Needs to hit the first shot. If he just brings it down to the 1v1, he pretty much guarantees it.
Problem is they're playing it perfectly together, so if he hits one, he's got to respond and not get traded. He misses the shot, reacts to the fact they're there, and Fur finds it instead.
Big round there for SK Gaming. As I said, they needed to keep numbers alive. You can see the money on the screen right now. Sure, it's a decent round, but after losing 4 in a row and having these close situations, they're saving weapons and forcing around them. This is still a scary place to be. 2 players survive, and here's the replay. Coldzera doing a fantastic job from the pit. We saw good performances from Shroud in this position before. Just enough to win the round here. If he doesn't get that kill, it might not happen. I think that was the final bullet as well. Round number 27. Money still up for Cloud9 here. Let me have a look how much is remaining. They still have a couple of buys remaining in the bag. 3 players at about 4K. Double orb set us back out for the Brazilians.
Thankfully they do. I was about to say pressure on.
Yeah.
Because if they don't win this and lose all their money, they potentially have a tie, and they've yet to secure that penultimate point. Up on either side of the mini wall. Molotov will push Fallen back. Fires in hope that someone will be caught on the other side. No one is. To put that in perspective the other way, though, Henry, about economy,
Sure.
It is still very low for SK. So if Cloud9 do secure 15 rounds in this one,
should be done.
Exactly. They should be able to wrap it up with a 16-12 scoreline.
We'll see. Tension mounting now. Both teams know what this round means. Apartments control coming in with the bomb as well. Presumably smoking towards the library. Flash over from automatic in middle and from Shroud as well. Try and take down the pit player, but no one's there. Coldzera and Taco both watching quad. This is actually looking very good.
Ooh, good shot from Cold getting through, because if they'd made it into pit, there would have been no chance. He's gone anyway. Taco's got to give up on the boost. He's still looking above, finds the bomb, and no, they don't see him. Shroud looked completely over top of him. Taco's dropped the bomb down for Skadoodle to have to get back in a 1 versus 3. Good shot on Fallen. Knows that Cold's up close, or excuse me, Taco is rather. And that's all that matters for SK to find round 13.
That's all Taco, man. Everything he did there was almost perfect. The fact is, he shouldn't have survived. The information should have been relayed to where his position was. He was on the quad, that's where he found the first kill. This was the moment. I thought he gets one, and then he's certainly going to be done for. They're still looking at the quad position, so the communication was good. They just didn't anticipate he'd moved. They assumed that he was on the corner, and Taco saves the day. We said what a huge round that was for SK Gaming. Lose that one, they'd probably pretty much lose the game. They'd have no money going into this round, but they just about scraped through. and still in a dangerous position. UMP's on 2 players. The AWP out, they've lost that double AWP setup, and money's still available for Cloud9. We'll take a pause. 14-13.
SK in this final is almost reminding me of the Fnatic domination era, when it didn't matter. In fact, Luminosity, this SK lineup previously, Katowice final last year, I think is point in case. They had 12-3 leads twice, and as soon as you make one mistake, Fnatic stole the whole game from you every single time, and that's what SK has done to Cloud9 twice now, and there's still a chance they could do it here. They're making them work for it every single round. Look at the buy on either side. It's not brilliant. It's not great.
Certainly not. Fallen more aggressive this time. Not a banana, that's what he's been playing in previous rounds. Single AWP setup, as I mentioned, and UMPs for Phelps and Coldzera. Ferb pulls Banana at the coffin position, has to bait him once again. We saw this from Cloud9 in the first half. Ferb goes to the initial frag, tries to stay alive the best he can. The idea is that Phelps can be baited in with that UMP and try and find frags, close range. Still looking promising for Cloud9 in terms of the buys right now. With nothing in Shroud, they're in the apartments, showing presence. Nothing falls back. This will be a B-side commitment here. That's when we've got the weaknesses. The SMGs, the rifle, no AWP, and only 2 players as well. This could be the round that seals the deal for Cloud9 here.
Smokes to be set, nothing in the back end of it with Shroud lurking. Automatic's the one that's close, closest to the entry. Each round is building and building in importance.
Time ticking away, final commitment coming in any second now. 3 smokes, flashbangs, smokes will be used towards CD spawn and coffins. They're being lined up right now. Probably pulled on the 30-second mark. There it is, flashbangs go in.
Phelps boosted, needs to be precise. Backs off immediately after getting the first kill, but then it's Coldzera that strikes through the smoke. Skadoodle! Talk about precise, he strikes twice. Down goes Phelps, and they open up the sight, bomb in hand, but not quite because he's still in beside the statue, and they can't find the answer. SK ties 14-14. Money's gone, Cloud9.
What an exciting round that was. You can see Cloud9 hadn't really got much done on the map whatsoever. Such a slow defo. Didn't get anything at all. Didn't push any CDs back. Didn't really gather any information. All they really got was apartment's control, falling back to the full execution. Skadoodle keeps the dream alive just about, but the time was ticking away. 10 seconds, that's the run of the bomb. Hope for the best. There's another CT waiting for him. And now SK Gaming, they're in the driving seat. 14-14, they've got the weaponry up against the Tech-9s. Cloud9 just couldn't afford to buy into this round. Have to take the eco and almost allow SK Gaming to have tournament point here. A lot of pressure next round after having the 9-1 lead. Once again, SK have come back into this.
Heartbreaking for Cloud9. Just to get to that 15th point, just to ease the tension. But that's gone now, and it may be them that have to force overtime. Pending anything that goes wrong. They have won a round on pistols in this half by going on to B as well. Fallen, AWP, gets back out, finds Stewie. They have found Fur though, and Fallen, he steps up for another, goes to the pistol, he's gonna duel. Nade will take him down. And the bomb plants comes in, there is a chance. Oh, that doesn't help. Phelps through the smoke. Automatic picks up the AWP. There's an M4 for Shroud. They've already gone by 2 at least. At CT, and Cold with the slow peek takes down nothing. It's all onto Shroud. Goes wide, smoke dissolving, can't even find the first kill, gets a dink, but it's not good enough. And it's tournament point on the map, or the 3rd map of a best of 5 for SK. Another comeback from 10-5.
Fantastic. A difficult round for them, losing the first couple of frags there. When nothing retrieves the AWP, I think, of course, there's got to be a chance now. Fallen did what he could, his teammate dropped, gets 2 frags, did significant damage as well. And here we go, Cloud9. No other choice but to win this round after losing 4 in a row. Double AWP set up for the CT side. They took an eco in the previous round, a little partial investment with the bomb down as well. They get a decent crack of the whip as we get into round number 30. We've gone the full distance here. So much fire towards Banana once again.
What a way to get revenge. 3-0 and in dramatic fashion. It's not done yet, but we're getting closer. Fallen this time without the boost. Will contest. What a shot to catch out Stewie. And he's hoping they challenge. He's trying to bait them in by just shooting in loose shots because he's got his teammate Fur immediately beside him. He's tagged up though, and they won't go that far. They don't need to, they still overstep it. Up for Skadoodle to go against Fur, and he's given him a chance with the flash to get away.
There was no need for the CTs to go for any more there, but Fallen just wants to keep denying entrance to the B side of the map. Now, pressure mounting for Cloud9, 4-on-3 against them. Shroud's low HP as well. Utility, 2 smokes. Now make it 3. Flashbangs and a Molotov. They have to go towards B. That's where they found most of the success. It's the right move up against Fur, who's by himself. Rotations coming in through CT Spawn. This could be the final play of the tournament. Cloud9 trying to do what they can as they edge towards the B side.
Phelps gets closer, no smoke down towards CT, and there's 3 for Cloud9 to use. Problem is now where they're so in the open, even if they threw one, they would be able to push through it before it landed, based on the angle it's thrown, so Phelps could go. He doesn't even need to wait to go. They walk into it, it's lined up, and it's done! 3-0 in the best of 5 grand finals, excuse me. And SK, for the home of the organization, will take a 2nd straight ESL One Cologne championship. What a way to do it as well. Cloud9 looked like they were in both of the last 2 maps. 10-5 lead for them twice in a row, and this one came even closer than Train did, but SK pulled it back.
It might be a 3-0, but we're going to treat this as amazing rounds. Great games of CS. It was a fantastic final. SK Gaming doing it again.
Cologne back-to-back, a year apart. They are the champions again. SK ESL One Cologne, powered by Intel.
All right, it's going to work with the champs. Champs again, 12 months on, nothing changes. You guys are the #1 team in the world. 3 tournaments in a row now you've won as well. And with the major just round the corner, you guys have hit peak performance right now. How are you doing this?
It's just hard work, I think. First of all, again, the Brazilian crowd, SK crowd, we love you. Thanks a lot. Cloud9 crowd was amazing as well. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Cologne. So it's just hard work. We practice really hard. CSGO is my life, it's our life. So I think I'm really, okay. Next question.
I get it. How good is this team now? Is this a better team 12 months on than what won last year?
The last team with FNX was good as well. But now, like I said, with our hard work, even with Phelps, that is a really young player, but he's a beast, we're still good. So I think the secret is not players or anything. The secret is hard work and do the things that you love. And we do this, playing CSGO, practicing every day.
You do work hard. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of ESL One Cologne are SK Gaming.
Look at my hair.
The trophy cabinet gets fuller and fuller. SK Gaming, 45 days here on European soil, and already 3 new trophies added to that cabinet. Now 1 more will remain. They want the championship. They want to retain the major champion title, get it back from the Danes that took it from them. And now you can see the celebrations are in full effect. They've done it, and they're home away from home of all places. SK, the organization based here in the city of Cologne. And the Brazilians will be leaving with another ESL One trophy. It's an incredible story as well. From rags to riches, and now they do stand vigilant at the top of the Counter-Strike scene. The world #1. And that major championship is where they'll have the proving ground to truly claim that title. What a ride.
Yeah, for sure. You know, to see them come out, take it in 3. We did set the grim kind of storyline at the start of the segment, but yeah, it was exactly what we wanted. Closer than I thought it was going to be. Cloud9, they really impressed me. They're legit. Okay, if they can carry this through into the major right now, then fantastic by them. But SK, they're just a classed act. You know, this theory that they have, the hard work that they put in, you see it in every round. You see the way that they can adapt. Everybody on this team, they're on the same wavelength, and that's so important to be the best in the world.
Yanko, seeing SK develop, seeing them undergo another roster change. This roster has undergone change after change. Fallen has cut friend and foe alike, and now again they thrive with a new name in the roster.
I think it's all about what Taco said in the interview. It's all about the hard work. They really treat this game seriously. It is their life. It's not just about the amount of hours you put in, it's how you approach the game. And they really try with every practice, with every tournament, with every official game. They look back and they try to look how they can become a better team altogether. And also these players have to realize that they don't have egos in a sense that someone is doing work for somebody else. Everyone's contributing. Everyone realizes what needs to be done in order to not just become the best team in the world, but even more so to remain one. And that's why no matter what happens, you can expect SK to bounce back and to be in the top.
When picking up their first victory with this 5-man roster, Phelps was on the microphone in California and he said the words, "This was important. We needed this to kickstart what we are capable of, to start to really realize their potential as a 5-man unit." And they've gone on to prove it. It was Sweden, it's Germany, and soon it will be Poland. The boys have truly once again shown just how scary they can be in that server, Chad.
Yeah, in the early days when Phelps joined, it looked very one-dimensional. They had too much aggression, and then there was internal issues there. There was discussions about how we're going to deal with this. And they've basically, as far as I'm aware, or my understanding, they basically told Phelps the way it had to be, and they had to go back to their older style that had worked for them and kind of revolutionize Counter-Strike in the modern-day meta. And then they're back. SK, the legendary team, on a huge run right now, Alex.
Yeah, they really are. And on the other side of the stage stood Cloud9. And I mean, if it's just to add salt to the wound, perhaps, but again, Cloud9 get off to a blazing start on Inferno. 8-0 at one point. Everything is going away. 9-1. And then SK get rolling. They win that pistol. Momentum picks up, and the Brazilians just do what they do best.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, Cloud9, on that first half, they looked fantastic, and even when they switched over, they were going with the aggression that we said that they needed to be able to do to catch the positions, the transitional defense of SK off guard. There was times that you saw Stewie run into his own Molotov just to get a kill, and I think they won the round off the back of that, right? So they were doing the right things. It just wasn't enough for these boys to close at this stage. You're going up against SK, a team who plays on at this level all the time, where you got fresh faces still. I know Automatic and Stewie, they've been up here for a while now, but this is still new to them.
I think it just shows you can never get complacent against SK or let your foot off the gas, because Cloud9 was 9-1 up and it ended up being a 10-5 half. You know, 4 of the last 5 rounds, SK manages to win. The map going down to the very end, if you just had 1 round extra there, you know, would have been enough for Cloud9 to at least get into overtime, because you have to know that SK, their CT sides, no matter the map, no matter how high that map is or low in their depth chart, they're always going to be on point.
Outstanding. It doesn't really matter how good you are, how much of a lead you have, SK are going to be fighting to the finish. Again, they lift another trophy. It's starting to become quite a recurring storyline. They did fall from grace somewhat, as we've discussed, but right back they come and they defend their throne at ESL One Cologne. It sounds like poetic, and indeed it is. Photos will be taken. They are going to have plenty of time for their fans now, because they always, the first thing every single member in that team will do when you put a microphone in their face is thank the fans. Taco did it just there as well. Humble yet incredibly scary in the server. With all of that said, SK may win. Cloud9, a couple of closing notes on them from our analysts, because the North Americans came into this one desperate to try and go ahead and break that curse. 12 years it was. 12 years before a North American team lifted a trophy on European soil in Counter-Strike. Not today, SK say.
Yeah, I think you're a bit disheartened. If you're a Cloud9 fan, you wonder what could have happened if Fallen didn't have that amazing game on Train, right? If Cloud9 wins that map, that was their pick.
Yeah.
If this goes to an extra one, listen, a 16-14 game against SK on Inferno only need the small things to go your way. You can take that to an extra map. You can prolong the series at least. So I think Cloud9 definitely have shown, for one, that they can take the fight up to SK. But on the other side of things, you also see the differences and the small flaws that kind of do mean everything in the end, and you see why SK is the best team in the world.
And where would we be here in the Lanxess without the fans? Stunner's managed to grab a couple of them. Let's check in with him before we say our goodbyes.
Hey, that's right, Alex. I'm here on the floor right now with Gregory. Gregory's been yelling his heart out all day. I don't know that you have much of a voice left, huh?
Yeah, it was a nice game, and I'm so impressed by guys. Yeah, it was a good game, and I want to thanks guys for a nice game, and yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at SK walking away, they are your ESL One Cologne champions. What sort of message would you have to those guys right now?
I would like to say thanks for them. I will support them. They have lots of fans in Poland, in Hungary, so yeah. I would like to, just thanks for a nice game.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations to SK Gaming. You guys are the champions, and, well, you beat out my boys in Cloud9. You most certainly did that. That does it for me for the weekend. I want to say thank you to all of you at home, and throwing it back to you, Alex.
He's been fantastic this entire week. So much love to Stunner, the bodyguard of ESL One Cologne. And now, gents, we have to kind of put a cherry on it. It's all wrapped up. It's put under the tree. We're just waiting for Santa to come and grab it. That's not how Christmas works.
No, I don't think so. He gives.
I don't know.
You know what SK just took?
What did they do?
The first step in the chance to get in that Grand Slam $1 million prize.
You're absolutely right. The Intel Grand Slam, SK champions now, of course. That will be the first of the next 10 events. Should they win another 3, an extra $1 million. I hope it comes in an Intel-branded suitcase. That's my
That'd be nice.
That would be cool. Huh. Flip it open, I don't know, all in ones. They could bring it in a forklift.
And in cash.
And in cash. That's how it works, right? That's the society we live in. These are some of the pretty faces I've been hanging out with on the desk. Janko, another ESL One Cologne under your belt. A birthday celebrated again in the Lanxess Arena. How's your week been?
It's been amazing. I mean, it's always a lot of fun coming to Cologne, especially in the Lanxess Arena, with all the fans, another sold-out crowd. And I think it just shows why a lot of people consider this the flagship event for CS in general, right? You have people traveling from all over the world. We saw a couple of Aussies here as well, people from North America, all over the place, really. And, it's just such an amazing experience. You get together, you make new friends. A lot of people just enjoying some good Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you hung out with those Aussies, right?
Had a bit of a good time with them. But, the thing with this event is, right, it's CS purists. Everyone here loves Counter-Strike. It's just a CS event. And to have this many people in here just to watch Counter-Strike, it's unreal. When we were standing out there watching the opening ceremony, I turned to you and I said, this is what we do for a living. This was completely blessed.
Right. I mean, the goosebumps are real. It's not fake. It definitely happens. And it is sometimes a reality check for just how incredible and how much growth esports and Counter-Strike in particular has experienced. Now, if you guys are already sitting there at home wishing that you had grabbed a ticket for one of the 15,000 seats that were filled here in the Lanxess Arena, then don't worry, especially if you are in the States on the other side of the pond. ESL One New York is not that far away. You can go ahead and grab your tickets and take a bite out of that big apple if you fancy it. 16th and 17th of September in the Barclays Center. I was there last year and it was a real blast. You're going to see Na'Vi lift that trophy. We'll see maybe if they're going to be there to defend their title once more. With all of that said as well, if you really want to see more from SK, you can tomorrow. Premium ticket holders as well as others will be able to go ahead and join us at the Cologne FC Arena. The fans are already hyped about that one. You can go and watch them play football. That's right. There's money on the line. SK versus Virtus Pro on the pitch. Joe Miller Sadakis casting. That is going to be fun. The Ryan Energy Stadium will be loud. That's 6 p.m. tomorrow. You won't not want to miss that, especially if you're local. And now with all of that said, guys, it is time to end ESL One Cologne. SK Gaming are your ESL One Cologne 2017 champions. The Brazilians have retained their title, and they will continue to travel further around the world to continue to show us world-class Counter-Strike. 15,000 fans filled the stadium. Counter-Strike continues to get bigger and better, and you're on this ride with us. We'll see you again.
Come and fly away with me. be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space.